Dawson Rider Reviews. Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of S.H.Figuarts Shinken Blue from Samuai Sentai Shikenger. Just a quick note, if you noticed, it's a very new setup. I'm trying out a new display that I got. Throughout the various reviews from this review out, you'll just see some minor changes in background and then lighting as I perfect it. But hopefully this looks good, so let me know. So anyway, this is continuing in the line of the Sentai Figuarts, and Figuarts expanding into Sentai. We had Shinken Red, then Shinken Gold, and now Shinken Blue, and then Green, which were exclusives. So anyway, let's go ahead and as usual with these reviews, take a look at the packaging. A nice style packaging similar to the Shinken Red one. We got a picture of Shinken Blue here, kind of tinted in blue. It says Shinken Blue. You got the Shinkenger logo down here. It says Shinken Blue right here, and then it says his name, Ryunosuke Ikanami, or he could be Kevin Ikanami since they're keeping the names. On the side here, you just got his kanji here. It says Shinken Blue. The picture just extends over here. On the bottom, there's the numbers we need to call, and at the top, it says his name again. But it's got a really cool, like, Ryu origami symbol there. Or not Ryu, you know what I mean, his kanji or whatever. And then the Shiba family symbol. On the back, it shows him some badass poses you can get him in, holding the sword in several ways, his accessories, holding the bow, and then a brief description on Shinken Blue, I'm guessing. So here's what he comes with. Let's pan down. He's got a bunch of different hands. They're kind of jumbled up because they kind of fell over. But he's got like various posed martial arts hands for his various like poses and signature poses and all that stuff. Here's the fist that came on him, that I took off. Some more posed martial arts hands. So you get a great deal of different hands to strike different poses with. And then he comes with the water arrow, which is very nicely detailed. As you can see here, they got the symbol in the front. The camera's being a little weird. Details on the side. It's alright, it gets a little grainy. I'm working on the lighting, like I said. Shiba symbol there. And then this pulls back, which is really nice. And then you have his disc, which actually comes off, which if I can get this to focus. Let me move over this way a little bit. It's a little better lighting. There you go. So that's nice. So this attaches right here. Oops, get it on there, right? And then we've got Ryu origami right here, which is really nice. It's like fully painted. It's probably way more painted than the Samurai Megazord version of this. And even its little head moves. Let's see if we can't. Come on. Just being a douche. The lighting, like I said, working out the lighting. And it actually is represented better the way the dragon stands than the Samurai one. We got the Shidophone here in its paintbrush mode. Very nicely detailed as well. And then we have Ryu origami in origami mode here. Also very nice. And then of course he comes with the Shinken Maru, which I'll take out right now. Whoops. Take out more than that. Get off of there, you dirty hoe bag. There we go. Okay. So this disc also comes off. See right here. And here's the sword, very nicely detailed. And this thing here, which is on the side of his belt, usually attached, does come off. But then when you put it on here, it's just a sliding mechanism, and you slide it right in like that. So I'm just gonna take it off just for the moment, even though it was kind of being a pain, just so it doesn't get in the way. As we take a look at the figure. So this figure looks really good. Starting with the head sculpt here, really well done, nice and shiny, just like the helmets would be in the show, which looks really great. The visor also gives off a nice gloss, which is really nice. It just looks overall very show accurate and very well done. Moving on to his body, a very nice blue color. I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but if you remember in my Shinken Red review, I talked about how the red around here and on his arms was completely different than the red here, and it was really dark red. This blue is indeed a different color, but it's really not as noticeable at all. The only reason I really noticed is because I was looking for it, but it is still like bothersome in a way that they felt the need to put this blue in a different color. I have no idea why, but it is a bit annoying. Moving over here where the more light is. I'm sorry, the lighting seems to be being weird now. But overall, it still looks nice. You still get a little bit oddities because of the way Sentai is with all the joints, and you can see it around here. The belt, very well done down here. Then you got the Shidophone in its case, which I believe does come off, but it's very well done. And then his legs, they're all primarily black with blue boots and such. Articulation-wise, he's got great articulation with a 360 ball joint here, swiveling, double elbow joint here, swiveling at the fist, articulation at the waist and chest, 360 head movement all around, nice joint at the neck and a ball joint on the head, 360 leg movement here, swiveling, double knee joint, swiveling here, and the toe action. So standard Figuarts articulation, but this time, in a Sentai figure. So overall it looks really nice. I'm really pleased with the way it looks. As you saw, I had the sword in his belt, and you can also put it in his hand and do stuff like that. I'll do a pose with the bow really quick because that's kind of how I had him before I started the review. So just to make it accurate, let's put this back. Okay, so he's gonna have to hold it down here, and then move this out of the way. Move his hand over. Whoops. Come on, don't embarrass me. So pull that out, and he can hold this pretty well. It's kind of hard to figure out a cool pose to get him in, other than hey look, I'm shooting a bow. I kind of have him shooting it up like I do with my Kuga figures, my Pegasus ones. But see, that looks pretty nice. Overall, he's a really great looking figure. I really enjoy him. I like him a lot more than Shinken Red. Just, I don't know why, it looks more fluid to me, and then the red arms really bugged me on Shinken Red. In fact, let me bring him in right now, minus Rika Daizento, because it broke. You can see here, even on this camera, right here, the plastic is a lot darker, and you just really don't notice that on him. So I'm just gonna, put them together. But see, it's a nice team shot, and then just for the hell of it, we're gonna bring in Genta, because now they look all awesome. But so yeah. Overall, I think Shinken Blue is a really great figure. If you're a fan of Shinkenger or a fan of Power Rangers Samurai and Kevin, the worst actor in Power Rangers history, then I can definitely recommend this figure. It may be a little more pricey when you hunt it down since he wasn't exclusive, but if you're looking for the whole team, I think this is a great figure. One more thing I want to do for PR fans is that, as you know, after RPM, they started using 4-inch figures. So these are a great substitute for your 5-inch figures. Just for comparison, here is a Jungle Fury 5-inch Blue Ranger, and it fits in pretty well in scale. And then RPM Ranger Series Red is a little shorter, but it's still nicely in scale. So if you want something to fill out your next year's Ranger display that's in a nice scale, it's definitely it. So overall, fantastic figure. Really love it. Dawson Rider seal of approval achieved. Leave your comments on the new display so that I know what changes to make. So anyway, until next time, check out Riders, Rangers, Rambles for Toku News in the craziest way possible. And while you're there, make sure to check out the Crazy Podcast and the Ramboard. So until next time, it's Dawson Rider, signing out.